Okay, today we're going to talk about studying and having good study habits, things that will help you to become the kind of artist that you want to be, to develop your drawing skills, your painting skills, whatever kind of skills you want. You need to have good study habits so that you'll be able to comprehend what it is you're trying to learn. So I remember when I was trying to get a Bachelor of Fine Art degree, and I mean, you're so exhausted. To study, sometimes it just puts you right to sleep. You've got your homework, your schoolwork, you've got your family, you've got your work, you've got little sleep. It's just almost impossible to sit down, study, and not fall asleep. So what I would do would be to, in the library there at the school, they had these tall sort of tables. You could stand up at them, and they were round and not very big. So other students weren't likely to try to share the table with you. You could spread your books out, and it was pretty much your space. So then I would open to what I needed to study, and I would get some of it into my head. And then instead of sitting down, I would pace the floor back and forth, around the table, across the room and back, whatever it took, so that I am staying awake and trying to get this stuff into my head. So that's how I studied. Those kind of subjects where books and that kind of thing were required. But when it comes to learning how to better improve your drawing skills, I'm going to show you something else that benefits me, has done, and continues to do. And so let me show you some of my sketchbooks that I've developed as I've studied drawing. Okay, so here's my sketchbook. You can see it's a kind of a standard sort of sketchbook. And when I was at Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Art in Philadelphia, I learned about a man named Robert Beverly Hales. And Robert Beverly Hales taught lectures on drawing at the Student Art League of New York. And he was dead by the time I got there, so I never got to meet him. But he had recorded some of those lectures, and they were just on reel-to-reel film, and somebody in cleaning out a closet at the Student Art League found these films and went and had VHS films made of them. It was before DVDs were available and YouTube did not exist whatsoever. So I went to the library at my local university, and okay, let's get focused here. And since they didn't have these lectures, these videos, they checked them out for me from the University of Colorado, and they shipped them up to my school in Ogden, Utah. And so they wouldn't let me take them out of the library. So what I would do would schedule time in a little study room that had a TV and a VHS player, and then I would go in and I would play these. And instead of just watching them, I mean, you can learn things from just watching and hearing, but if you will watch, hear, and draw everything they draw, that's what I did. I drew everything he drew in the way he drew it, the best I could, and I wrote down every word he said about it so that I would get it into my head in a variety of ways. So I would see it, I would hear it, I would draw it, I would write it, every method to get it into me, into my brain, my eyes, my hand. See, here's an example of what a beginner will do with the neck versus what an artist will do. See, there's a lot of outer contour curves, not just one big inner convex curve like that one shows there. So get all the information inside of me so I comprehend it, and it soaks inside of me, and I can own it. So that's what I did. Sometimes I have to stop and push pause or rewind and come back to a certain spot and get the words he said, because I didn't get it all the first time he said it. But this is a good way to study, to watch it, listen to it, draw it, write it, and then you can redraw it, or you can reread it. This now belongs to me, this paper does, and much of the information is fixed into my brain, which is very useful to have. Now, today, while I'm doing this video, things are different than when I was doing this, because not only do you not have to depend on VHS tapes, see, I think I went a little too far here, but okay, here we go. Today, there's YouTube, this wonderful thing, and there's this artist, you can see his name right here. Where are you? Steve Huston. Steve Huston. Now, I've watched videos of Steve Huston, and I have done the exact same thing. Here, I take and I draw what he drew, and I write what he said. So I'm taking it all in. These are my study habits. This is how I learn faster than if I just do part of this. So I recommend it to you. And Steve, he can teach you how to do superhero type drawings, or he can help you understand how to do it very realistically. It just depends on what it is you're after. Might as well learn as many skills as you can. But yeah, look at the shape of this head, and now watch how quickly we shift into more accurate sort of rendering, getting the skull right, and understanding that, like where these closed eyelids meet, straight back through the head is where the skull comes down and ties into the neck. And look where the ear is. It's not right up here. It's back here a little further. Anyway, he teaches you a lot of information that's very, very useful. And look, these drawings may seem more simple than the previous page, but look how much he had to say about them. There's a lot of information here. So, in any case, I encourage you to find your teachers. There's more than Steve Huston on here, on YouTube, of course. There's lots more. And you can go after them, and you can find out what you think is going to benefit you. But really put in the effort, and you'll improve your skills. It's up to you. What a great time to be an artist, and to continue to becoming an artist. So let's see if I can turn this around and get myself in the screen. But I recommend you do it. This is a great way to learn. It's really helped me a lot. And it helps in my other artwork, my paintings, my comprehension of being able to understand the form. See, it's not that important that we understand the skeleton and the muscle structure for the sake of drawing skeletons and muscles, skinless people. We're not going to do that very often, at least most of us won't. But on the other hand, it helps us understand why this looks like it does here, where the collarbone is, or why the neck is the way it is, or how the ear lines up. Just lots of little nuanced information that's lying under the skin, that if we understand some of what's going on under there, like Robert Beverly Hale's taught, then we become more skilled at drawing what is visible and how the lights and shadows play on each other. So all the best to you. That's it for today. Appreciate it if you'd subscribe, share, help other people get an opportunity to see this as well as yourself. And really go for it. If you make some comments, that's great. I do my best to reply and accommodate you. All right. Thanks. All the best to you.